I'd like to explain to parents why the National Union of Teachers is opposed to the breakup of terms and conditions for teachers in our schools. At the moment, there is a national set of terms and conditions which applies to teachers in all local authority schools, but they don't apply in academies. So as more and more schools become academies, the system of national pay and conditions is slowly fading away. And this is very problematic for education. We've asked the government for evidence that any other high-performing education system has broken up teacher pay and conditions in this way, and they haven't been able to give us any. There's no evidence that this breakup of pay and conditions leads to higher standards. And we worry that the reverse is the case. In 20,000 schools, or maybe it'll be 4,000 multi-academy chains, the school leaders will be focused on negotiations with their teachers instead of focused on teaching and learning for your children. In those schools, we will see more conflicts over pay and conditions, which is not helpful to any of us. Other public services aren't treated in this way. Firefighters don't have their pay determined at the level of the fire station. Police officers don't have their pay determined at the level of the police station. In Tesco's, the Tesco's store manager doesn't negotiate with the unions at that store level because it's so wasteful. And it will mean that teacher shortages get worse. A young person contemplating coming into the career of teaching wouldn't know till the end of their training when they were getting a job in a school what the terms and conditions will be. That will put off many people from applying. The government wouldn't even be able to advertise, as they do currently, come into teaching, here's the starting salary, because they would have abolished the starting salary. This makes no sense for education. No other high-performing country in the world does it. And we think there's an ulterior motive. George Osborne, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, is passing huge cuts along to schools at the moment. And instead of him making the painful decisions, he wants head teachers to make them. Head teachers to cut teacher terms and conditions in order to balance the books. Well, we say that's education on the cheap. We say that George Osborne should work with the unions to determine the level of the teacher pay rise, and then they should fund it nationally. We shouldn't have chaos at school level, 20,000 different sets of negotiations, taking attention away from the learning of your children and putting it onto negotiations instead. If you agree with us, please show your support. You can sign up on our website to get updates from the National Union of Teachers about our campaigns. Please write to your MP, both against the forced academisation, against the cuts that are coming into schools, and to say that there should be a simple national system of pay and conditions for teachers and support staff, as in every other public service. Thank you for your support.